Hello, everyone. This is Teripper, and today is the AU 5v5 LTS Light Tournament organized by MGA, and I am joined here by my good, friendly, and Height.
Hello, Teripper.
Hi.
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 Very glad to be here, and it's going to be a very exciting first foray into Australia. I'm really looking forward to it, and I couldn't think of anyone better to cast with me.
Oh, the same to you, my friend, and what a tournament this should be. It's both of our AU tourney casting debuts, so it should be very interesting for viewers. But we will do our best, mark my words. It looks like we're going to get started. A reminder, this is the game between Night Zone and Accolade. And forgive us if we get some facts about teams wrong midway. We are still kind of getting the ropes of that sort of thing, but we'll learn fast.
Yep, we are learning more about them, and of course we're going to try and get some interviews from people and try to get not only us to know more, but anyone interested in learning the personalities of the AU scene. Right now, the only personality I actually recognize for sure is Colonel Axeman, because he's quite prominent on Reddit. But looking forward to seeing how these two teams match up. Looking at the ranks, it looks like with the exception of Potato, who's a rank 60, the majority of Night Zone's players tend to be a little bit higher. But we'll see who takes it in this Kendo. And remember, this is a 3v or a 5v5 LTS tournament, and basically what this Kendo is going to do is determine the side choice for the first map played. The maps are going to be randomized. We're going to be playing on Moor, Arena, and Impass. And are you ready to get this thing underway, Teripper?
You're darn right I am, and here we go. So we have, it seems, Night Zone bringing out a Knight, Tua, already taking some very early damage. Seems to be a Sword of War v Sword of War, unless that is a longsword skin, in fact. Oh, but Goatie just takes him down instantaneously. He is, in fact, Night Zone. Looks like I got the N wrong. The N was for Accolade. And now we have a Van with a Zwei coming out. Crimson King. Lots of damage being done to him, however. He's just not making that Zwei work. But he finally does, but he will go down before he executes Goatie. Goatie doing absolute work so far. Gets taken down by a single feint from Colonel Axeman. And Accolades with that... that is a halberd, actually. And the decapitation on Fizzy. Very beautiful. And now, looks like we finally have a man-at-arms out. Ridley, our hero from Night Zone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Colonel Axeman is absolutely doing work. The halberd's matching up very favorably versus everything, but unfortunately for him, the Zweihander takes him down. The Zwei's a very strong choice versus Potato's man-at-arms, though. It can actually one-shot him. So we'll see if Potato's able to dance around that adequately.
Looks like he dances quite well indeed. However, his stam-out of Keyblade does not turn out to be as lucrative as he thought.
Yeah, and Keyblade was going to be out of stand there too because he jumped and he missed a swing. Potato not capitalizing on that, choosing to get more stam of his own.
That could be his death. He looks like he is very close to said death, and he takes it by the horns to the chest, and he goes down. And now it's all down to Jangle, who takes down Keyblade with one good bash of his hammer. And now it is the final champions, Cam versus Jangle. Cam taking a huge hit in early on. And now a little
This
bit of
is so
stalemate.
close, the Knight has this advantage. That stab is so fast and takes him down.
Beautiful win from Accolade there. Jangle finishing up. And to remind everyone, this tournament will have a map pool of 3 maps, but they will all be played if it goes to 3 games. This is a best out of 3. The 3 maps are Arena, Moor, and Impass, and I'm going to randomize them now to see the order they shall be played in. The randomizer is going, and we are going to be playing Arena first, Impass second, and Moor third, if we go to a tiebreaker. And the game has begun. Fantastic. Looks like both teams are mimicking each other's compositions. Let's see where they go. So over on the Night Zone side, got them all going, seems down the middle, a couple flanks.
Yeah, we'll see how they make use of their throwables. No throwable war that you
None.
normally see in NA.
Wow, not a single throwable, actually. Very interesting. Just full-on melee. They are taking this tourney's name to the max. No death yet. Fizzy takes the first blood. And Night Zone are just taking the swings. However, Accolades are trading here and there. And it seems like Accolades do not have the advantage. One man remains, and he goes down. That's Colonel Axeman is the last man remaining, going down to Cam.
By the way, do you know why there was no projectiles?
I do
Because
not.
this is an all melee.
Ah!
Yeah.
So sensible.
Yeah. I've seen. Yeah. I'm not used to this. I haven't casted a 5v5 LTS in a long time that was all melee. So we'll see. We'll see if Accolade can come back in this second round, though.
It seems like they're doing a pretty good job of trying to surround Night Zone, but a couple of them are just really off sides. Cam does get a TK, and Colonel Axeman gets first blood. So it looks like Accolades are looking very good to start with. Colonel Axeman with a triple kill, and he is just going to keep swinging. Jangle's going to bring down Keyblade for the final kill, though. Accolades not losing a single man.
Them around the Sarlacc pit, and he just lasted forever. He was just parrying. They didn't feint enough to mix it up so that he was actually caught up in any blows, and then they got sandwiched. Colonel Axeman came in there with that flank, and it was absolutely slaughter.
Came out with a triple. It's amazing.
Oh, baby, a triple.
Oh, baby, a triple. Let's see if he can pull it off again. Another engagement seems to be coming out. Night Zone again taking the first loss, but Keyblade going to trade. Accolades are going to lose a man to a TK, but are going to swiftly bring it back around. Jangle with that triple. And then Nacho brings it back around by taking down Ridley and will win. This is a back and forth. Very interesting.
Yeah, we predicted from the Kendo that this might be really close, but these are only the first 3 engagements, so we will see what's happening. Right now, Colonel Axeman at the top of that scoreboard, 5-5, putting that halberd to use. And we'll see pretty even kill distribution over by Night Zone.
Speaking of an even distribution, there is anything but that here. It looks like Accolades are going for a bit of a flank, but too little too late, perhaps. Jangle gets taken down his first blood, and Night Zone is trading kill for kill. Nacho gets a double in the end, but it's perhaps going to actually mean a lot. Wow, Accolades actually takes the win for that round.
Yeah, I didn't think Nacho had gone over there, that Night Zone had a 5v4 for a while, like a good 6-7 seconds. Unfortunately for them, though, they didn't get the kills, and Nacho actually ended up going around, getting that flank, and that Brandy does so much damage. It's interesting that they're using that Brandy to flank as well, since that's generally not a stronger 1v1 setup. If I were Night Zone, I'd be sending one Knight to go pick him up that has advantage, but they actually don't have a good Knight with an anti-Vanguard weapon either. They're going very heavy blunt damage.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, with the same amount of armor on both sides, that's going to work. Nacho with the double with the Brandy. It may not work in 1v1, but it will work in those lumpy team fights, and Colonel Axeman's going to bring it around with Cam getting taken down. Nacho gets the triple in the end. Comes out with a hat trick. Very nice from Accolades.
Yeah, Night Zone's going to have to find a way to mix it up a little bit. It's 4-1, so we will see if they change anything up, if they change their loadouts at all. It looks like they actually are going to put one of their Knights on a Messer, so we'll see if this affects anything.
Intriguing. Tiny bit of desync happening on my end, but it looks like, once again, Accolades are going for that flank, but they're going to have to come back right around, and Nacho gets caught offsides in the middle of a rock and hard place, Cam being that hard place. Cam's going to get a double kill on his teammate, however, he makes it a triple against Tua, and Night Zone is just doing work, cleaning shop. And
Cam killing everyone there, and the thing is that they saw the Nacho flank. Nacho actually got the flank. He went around the little pillar and got a little something, but they knew, and they just had 2 people right on his back, took him down instantly, got that numbers, and just rolled over from there. That Messer really did end up doing pretty well in the hands of Cam. Let's see if it continues to improve.
Absolutely. Night Zone being a little more hesitant. They know what they're up against. They need to get that first blood here. They need to get the advantage. There's a lot of spread out fighting here. A 3v3 on the right and a 2v2 on the left. The target switching will make or break it. Jangle gets the first kill on Cam. Fizzy gets the double on Tua and Axeman. Nacho brings down Goatie, and now we've got a 3v2 with advantage to Night Zone. Keyblade brings down Nacho as an afterthought. And now the lone man-at-arms of Accolade
Really smart
Oh,
over
man.
by Night Zone to play that slow at that point. Let him come to you if you absolutely need to. And really great triple kill by Fizzy. He's 7-5. He's at the top of their team, and he's doing some pretty great stuff.
I could not agree more. Accolade just doing some great work, but Night Zone seemed to have a great knack for coming out of hard places to get out of. And they're doing just that.
Yeah, and so this is a 4-3. This is neck and neck. This is right back into it. We'll see how this next engagement goes. No flanks. This is going to be a straight-up engagement, Teripper.
That there is. There's a 1v1 happening far on the right and the 4v4 on the left. Keyblade brings down Tua. Potato on Cam, and trades happening left and right. However, the 1v1 is won on the right by Night Zone, and now it is a 3v1 again against Potato. What is he doing?
That was all about now, like I said before, you send a knight, especially with the Sword of War, over to get that, get Nacho. And that 1v1 favors the knight. They take out Nacho, he comes back and completely changes the side. Great adaptation by Night Zone, and that puts Goatie up there, getting his first few kills.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice from Goatie. Generally, the knights, it seems on both teams, are taking more of the role of the tank. However, here, again, they seem to just be getting caught between just attacks. Ridley brings down Potato for that first blood. Again with the double on Tua. Nasto takes down Cam. The only kills coming from Night Zone, coming from Ridley, but then Fizzy takes down Jangle. And now it's a 2v3. The advantage going to Night Zone. No deaths yet, but a team kill from Fizzy makes it a 1v2.
Nice feint by Nacho is going to make him in a 1v1, and he takes
Nice!
it with Ridley. The 2v3, Nacho clutches it.
Beautiful. That double at the end from Nacho, that was some art right there. I think Ridley might have been a little bit intimidated when Nacho just brought down the supporting knight. And he just hesitated.
Yeah,
Went
and
down.
it's so difficult to judge the range on that Brandy, and you don't want to have to parry if you don't have to.
Right.
But that was just absolutely beautiful and puts Nacho 11-11-5. He has been putting in work.
Most certainly so. Looks like Accolade might be getting a little bit strange in positions, but Axeman takes down Cam nonetheless. And now a bit more ponderous fighting. Axeman then gets taken down by Keyblade, but Accolade brings it back around with a 4v2 on the board. Goatie takes down Nacho. Now a 3v2. The advantage still in Accolade's court, but now it is a 2v2, and it looks like Night Zone is bringing it back around. However, Goatie gets stammed out, and he will get killed in the end by Potato.
Yeah, Jangle got ignored a lot at the beginning of that fight, got two big overheads off that put them in a decent position, and then at the end, he actually got collapsed on early, didn't get any of the parries off he needed, and lost that 3-2 advantage. The rest of his team, though, picked it back up. Goatie really low on stam, and that spells it out.
That's how the cookie crumbles, folks. That is how the stam bar hits 0.
And that's the way it was.
And a little bit of interesting circle strafing going on around
the little dance Teripper.
Yeah, Sarlacc pit, you know, back and forth, pull and push. Oh, but finally we do have an engagement coming out. First blood going out to Jangle, and shit, game's still going on, isn't it?
Jangle with another kill, and now he's gonna get a bunch of backup. This poor little man-at-arms, Ridley. But Ridley is our hero. He takes one down. He takes the second one down. But it's not gonna be quite enough. Night Zone loses the first map on Arena, and will have to come back on Impass. But that was actually some great play by Ridley to try to keep them in it.
I have to agree, Height, except the game crashed as the engagement started.
No!
Yeah, and the way you described it made it sound like the greatest round ever. I really apologize, guys. This is
I was wondering
display.
why you weren't hyped.
Yeah, what is wrong right now?
Biggest crash NA.
Biggest crash AU. Technically, biggest NA crash in an AU tournament. Oh, Lord.
And we are about to see if they show up again here, and we are underway. Looks like as far as composition is concerned, we have the same one out by both of the teams. Colonel Axeman is actually, yep, pretty much all the same weapons too. Colonel Axeman is out, but he has been replaced by Crimson King, who is sporting a halberd in his stead.
Looks like we're gonna see a full team of Accolades go up on the scaffolding. Only 4 of them. Nope, full team. This is a 5v5 up here, and Cam will take down Potato for that first blood. Some really awkward fights going on up here. But it looks like Night Zone is winning.
Night Zone absolutely decimated. Tua, I think, that got hit off somewhere in that fight, and Nacho, he looked like he was hanging over that outcropping by the ammo box and that he was going to drop down and get a really nice flank, but he ended up not doing that, so he just ran all the way around and joined the fight late, and by that time, Night Zone had already gotten the edge. And Tua's going to have to do something. He can't just sit back and wait out the round and get a drop.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Okay, he finally gets sandwiched by 2 Night Zone Knights, and he's going to get completely surrounded. This should be the end for him, but he gets a team kill out.
And he's doing a lot of damage. They're almost afraid of him. They want to play this really clean. There he goes. Tua finally goes down.
Only, he did instigate the death of the only Night Zone member to die that round. Which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was that was pretty funny to watch all 4 of them, or all 5 of them down there, I guess. Just kind of watching, like, oh, yeah, he's dying. Looks like this next engagement is going to take place on the bottom, though, Teripper.
That it will. We are seeing 2 Accolade members go far right against only 1 Night Zone Knight. And on the left, it seems the Night Zone have the advantage, but not exactly. It's a 3v3. And Jangle brings down Fizzy, giving Accolades the advantage in numbers. And it looks like many of these guys are very heavily damaged. Crimson King takes down Cam. Potato brings down Goatie for that 1v1 on the right. But in the end, it's just 1 Night Zone Man-at-Arms remaining. And Ridley's going to get impaled on that brandy.
Yeah, the 2v2 on the other side that you probably weren't watching went pretty heavily in the favor of Accolade. The 2 Night Zone people, one was engaged, but it looked like the MAA, who was Ridley, was really hesitant to engage. Looks like we need a pause.
Awesome. We are back. And better than about 5 seconds ago, which is not yesterday. But Accolades are coming out, headed up by their Mall Knight Jangle. But it looks like they are kind of waiting to see what Night Zone does. Night Zone seems to be out of focus. Where are they? Where have they gone?
Night Zone is up top. I'm thinking that they might be thinking that they want to take a plunge, but then they're realizing that fall damage would not be good.
No.
Chivalry is one of the few games where the low ground actually gives you a decent advantage.
Yep.
And completely unlike Star Wars Episode 3.
Exactly. If anyone remembers to the first round of this game, Night Zone dominated because they were coming up from that stairwell you can see right now and engaged Accolade at the top of it. In doing so, they had the advantage because they were on the lower ground. And as we see here, there is no altitude difference between the 2 teams, but we see a flank from Accolade, one of their men-at-arms, but it looks like that will not matter in the end. Night Zone is killing people left and right. They will get a team kill, however, in the course of that, and Jangle brings it back around, and now it is a 1v3 in support of Accolade. How did this happen?
Yeah, they're all very low, though, and Ridley has shown that he can take out 2 low-health people incredibly quickly in that last...
Whoa.
He takes out 1! Can he take out that Vanguard? He is within 1 hit if he gets that to the body or the head. That stab to the body or the head will take him out, but he needs to pressure it. He can't give him this time.
I think he was at a stam. Nice! He gets the hit! And it's a 1v1.
He is low on health. Oh, and so it's going to save his team's pride and take him down.
So close. That was incredible from Ridley there. Like, he could have thrown that 1v3 away so quickly, but he positioned himself fantastically. He used the like the impatience of his enemies to his advantage. But in the end, the Knight hitting him in the back brings him down.
And Goatie had an opportunity to win that engagement there, I think. He was 1v2, and he had a free shot onto a standout Vanguard, but he faked and hit the Knight. But if he hit the Vanguard, he would have killed him, and the Vanguard would have died. Instead, he hit the Knight. The Knight still lived, and unfortunately for him, turned around and caught him with a maul.
Terrible, terrible place to be caught in, or with, in this case. Looks like a bit of a standoff going on. The 2 men-at-arms are kind of standing off, but now we're about to see an engagement. Seems to be a 4v3 in the beginning, but Goatie brings it around with Night Zone, taking that first blood on Nacho, and gets his double kill with Tua. Night Zone has the obvious advantage here. Keyblade, even with that team kill, Fizzy makes it a triple. And that's going to be that round for Night Zone. Really
Yep, so
solid
what does that make
performance.
the score now, Teripper?
That makes the score 2-2. So many 2-2s.
Yep, and it has been going on for 35 minutes now, so we will have to see.
My.
I wonder what their pause times are.
I can only hope they are enough, because this is a very, very exciting game to be watching.
Both teams have used very little pause time yet.
Alrighty. Well, there's very little time going between kills here, and that's a lie, because there is actually a decent amount of time. Night Zone does seem to have gotten that first blood, but it's now a 3v3 on the board. And it seems that Night Zone is a little bit caught in a corner here. Nacho brings down Fizzy, and now it's a 2v3. Goatie takes down Tua. Now 2v2. Two Knights versus a Vanguard and a Man-at-Arms, and the Vanguard Man-at-Arms are looking really solid, dealing damage to Cam. Can he make it in the end? He takes down Nacho! And now it's Potato versus Cam. Potato seems to be completely out of stamina, but his back jumping, holy crap, he made it far. He's running in, trying to get the kill. He can make it, and... But, oh, he gets the kick on Cam, and that will be that round to Accolade.
Impressive.
Ending with a 1v1. Very nice.
Some good man-at-arms tactics.
Oh, most definitely. The Knight was quite obviously baiting him a little bit there, and he was not standing for it. He backed up, he regained his stam, and he came back and just gave him a couple stabs and a kick. Very smart. Now, again, we've got Night Zone going for the high ground. I'm not sure if that is the best decision for them. It's definitely a good delaying tactic.
Accolade sneaking up.
Ooh. We are seeing a slight flank from Accolade's Potato. And it looks like he's not going to get to engage in time. Really brings down Tua as first blood. And Accolade is caught in a really weird place here. However, Nacho brings the kill on Keyblade, and Cam trades with Jangle.
Cam double.
Cam got that double, nice, and now it's a 2v4, but
Triple.
Cam is doing incredible work. Let's see if he can make it a quad. Where is our final Accolade player? It's Nacho. He is down at the rocks.
Cam had fallen down. Came around, swooped back, hit 3 people in the back. And killed each one of them.
My gosh. It's really good strategy coming out from Night Zone. And it looks like the positioning from the Accolade Vanguard here. Nacho, it's just not going to be very good. It's going to get brought down. Man, yeah, that was some really good tactical play there from Night Zone. Really good use of that scaffolding up there. Once again, we are seeing them come up on the high ground, taking the high road, so to speak. Splitting up very heavily. We're seeing Accolades grouped up near the bottom. And a couple scouting sort of pokes. But no real damage yet, no engagement. Almost a minute has passed so far since the round has begun. The score is 3-3.
The Potato Man-at-Arms little face-off here might be the spot that it starts.
Perhaps. However, we've got Nacho coming up on the left side of the Agathians. It looks like we got 4 of the Accolade guys making a push, finally, but they're going to get dropped down upon rather haphazardly by Night Zone. Fizzy's going to get that first blood. Crimson King with the double. Beautiful. And now let's see who delivers here. We've got a 2v2 up on the scaffolding. Turns into a 2v1 as one of the Night Zone guys falls. Keyblade brings down Nacho in a 1v2. Keyblade is looking really good against Potato here, but Potato brings him down with a well-placed stab.
Oh, a team kill.
Crimson King with the team kill. That could be damning for
He does have a
Accolade.
Zweihander versus both of these man-at-arms, though. Or both versus this man-at-arm. Never mind.
Right. There are... it's a 2v2 now. It's a Knight Man-at-Arms versus a Man-at-Arms Vanguard. The ladder going for Accolade. Looks like the man-at-arms for Night Zone is running, but he's going to get support from his Knight friend. And this 2v2 starting off very badly for Night Zone. A lot of damage coming out on the man-at-arms early. Goatie takes down Crimson King, and now it is Potato versus Goatie. Both of them relatively unharmed. But Goatie with that great triple feint. He's going to start off with some solid damage. Oh, Potato stab does not connect, and he goes down.
The captain of Night Zone doing so much work there once he finally got around. Number one, he got the matchup he wanted. Knight versus Vanguard, and was able to take that out with that Sword of War. And then he uses that triple feint. He got in a position where even the wiliness of the MAA couldn't really get around, takes him down, and that's going to put them up 4-3.
And it looks like on the scoreboard as well, Night Zone seems to be doing just a tad bit better than their rivals. We're seeing Cam with a 9-6. And Fizzy with a 6-6-8. It's the most assists in the game so far. Interesting flank here from Night Zone. The man-at-arms is going to drop down. Keyblade is going to bring down Nacho very early in the fight. And Night Zone have an early advantage. Now 5v4. And now 5v3, my bad. Keyblade gets a double. And Accolade, they are waiting to heal, but they have a terrible disadvantage in this next engagement. Both sides are biding their time, waiting on the other. Got a very strange happening from Accolades. Looks like the Knight from Accolades is going to get grouped upon, and terribly so. He's about to get 4v1'd. Currently 3v1, but he's going to go down pretty fast, but not fast enough. The other two Accolade guys are going to try to do what they can, but they can't do anything, it can seem. Good attempt by Accolade, but it seems that Night Zone just have the advantage on this map. In terms of tactics, some very smart plays on their part, using the height to their advantage.
I'm trying to get back in. I'm having difficulty.
No problem at all. Height. Once again, Night Zone is taking the high ground. I feel like I'm saying this every single round now, but it seems to be working for him. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, that is really interesting when you think about the implications of high ground and low ground in Shiv, that the high ground's working out well for them. Yeah,
it's very strange. I think just because
they're on the other side of the planet.
On the other side of the... Ah, yeah, I suppose. So, yeah, everything's opposite. That makes perfect sense. Another stalemate.
What are they doing?
Here. Yeah, it's gone past a minute on the timer, and neither team has dealt damage. Finally, we're going to see a full engagement here. A 4v3 on the left and a 1v2 on the right? It seems like Night Zone don't know exactly what to do, and they've been caught out. But Keyblade with the double from behind is going to give them the much-needed group up they need. But Crimson is going to respond with a double of his own. But now the 2v3 is not going to work out well in the favor of Accolade. No, it is not. And they're going to take another round, Night Zone, 6-3.
This is such a close map. Do you think this is going to go to a third?
I can't be certain. Accolade could pull a trick out of their hat, but you never know. This is going to be the engagement that settles it, perhaps. So let's see. A 1v2 happening on the left. Quickly turned into 2v2. Nacho brings down Fizzy, looking good for Accolade from the start, but it goes downhill from there. Night Zone taking down 2 with Keyblade and Cam. But Potato getting a double on the left-hand side of the fight. He's going to bring the numbers back around in Accolade's favor, and Nacho will bring down Cam. And it looks like they have hope, but Keyblade with a decap on Jangle. And then he gets the double on Nacho, and he gets the triple on Potato. And
Amazing.
Night Zone win the map. Keyblade with the clutch, incredible play. And it looks like Night Zone are going to be the victors of this matchup. very good playing from them. And it looks like we are just going to be starting up. And Night Zone with a... Is that a flank or is he just late? I think he's just late. Night Zone is trying to spread out a little bit. They send a Knight probably a little bit too far. He takes some early damage. And now both teams are spread out considerably so. Not much target switching to be seen. Crimson King takes down Keyblade as the Night Zone Man-at-Arms target switch is probably at the wrong time. Jangle brings down Cam. And then Crimson Knight gets the double with Ridley and the triple with Fizzy. And now with a full team remaining, they win the first round on Moor. And now the second round is going to begin with a very closely positioned Night Zone here. They seem to be getting a tiny bit of tunnel vision going for this middle section. Jangle with the insta-kill on Fizzy with that maul. And then Colonel with the follow-up. However, Night Zone responds with 2 kills of their own. And it's an even fight, 3v3. But Goatie brings it back around with the double on Jangle. And Keyblade, the triple.
Keyblade coming in with the 1s and the 2s and the 3s. My goodness.
Yeah, Keyblade. Several people over these past couple mats have just been pulling out these doubles and triples just out of their back pocket, it seems. Some fabulous play.
Night Zone just has better positioning, it seems.
Gosh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Tua horribly positioned, trying to flank, not getting anything out of it. And Keyblade again with a double. And with the triple. What a Keyblade. Just, oh gosh.
That was amazing. It's a good round for them.
There are no words. Keyblade cut him apart with his Y.
Accolade the players seem to be getting in each other's way almost.
Yeah, and it seems that when they try to spread out, they flank, and it just cuts them off from the rest of their team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but maybe. No.
Oh, nope. In the end, Cam gets around unhindered, takes down Colonel Axeman. Jangle responds on Ridley, however, and it looks like Accolade have a chance, but Keyblade coming out again with the triple! Just cutting Accolade to pieces with that Zwei of his. Come on, you can make it a quad. Ah, no, Cam is going to take it out.
He almost took it out on his teammate.
Oh!
He kept going.
He just kept swinging. He's got the blood rage. Oh my god. What is that, the third triple for Keyblade this map? It's incredible. So, this is really interesting. Accolade has their man-at-arms completely offsides. He doesn't help at all in the engagement. But they are getting some decent kills this round. Their best so far. Now a 2v3 in the engagement. But it quickly turns into a 2v1! As the two Knights of Night Zone actually do quite well in that engagement. Crimson King takes down Cam. And now it's Crimson King versus the remaining Knight of Night Zone, Goatie, who brings him down with a stab of his Sword of War.
Went for it.
Man, Night Zone... Accolade brought it around for that first round, but Night Zone... they're closing it out. They're closing it out. Yeah, they're executing. That they are. Accolade, again, their man-at-arms is just nowhere to be seen in this engagement. And...
Gets in the way.
Oh, there's 2 team kills! The only kills from Accolade this round, but... Night Zone also get 2 team kills, so I guess it's okay. It's a very interesting occurrence there. We have a pause. But... game is still going on. Accolade still has a chance, but they need to make it count. They need to make it count now. They are pushing in. The Man-at-Arms finally taking part. Colonel Axeman gets the first blood on Ridley. And Crimson King follows up on Fizzy. Keyblade, however, with the double. He is one of the last 2 remaining Night Zoners left, but he gets taken down by Potato, and it's looking really good for Accolade. They are finally delivering, but Goatie takes down Potato, and he will not get to the triple. Accolade finally are looking up.
Some fire in their hearts.
They do have the fire in their hearts. Let's see if they can extend it to their weapons for this next round. They used
Potato. He did some work and they won.
He did. I think that was the turning point, because Potato has been pretty much invisible the last couple fights. But that one he took part. This one as well, he is trying to get involved. And it seems that Accolade is, again, positioning themselves very well. Goatie gets the first kill on Tua, but Night Zone is just decimating Accolade. They know their game. And they just take them down clinically.
And Cam. I would say it was the man-at-arms. Potato wasn't in the right spot. He got crushed between two other K3 players.
Ugh. Again, Accolade, they need to make this count. This is game point. Fizzy brings down Colonel Axeman for that first blood. And Keyblade takes down Crimson King. And it's looking all downhill for Accolade. They've got Potato remaining, and Potato cannot stand on his own. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. Night Zone is your victor with a 7-2 final map victory and a 2-1 map win. Very good game from both sides.